Hello everyone, welcome to the Spintangle. Today I am with a new problem from the topic called anisotropic harmonic oscillator. Actually the topic name of the topic will be anisotropic quantum harmonic oscillator. This is the topic. Okay. What is anisotropic quantum harmonic oscillator? First of all we need to know about it. Okay. We know what is harmonic oscillator. Harmonic oscillator is a this kind of potential is called harmonic oscillator potential. Okay, a classical harmonic oscillator is given in, you can say a pendulum is a classical harmonic oscillator. Okay, you can say a spring system is a classical harmonic oscillator. These are the classical harmonic oscillators, or you can say an atom is in harmonic oscillator. Okay, that atom is not classical. We do not treat atom as a classical case. This is quantum harmonic oscillator. In classical mechanics, you are familiar with one thing, that a pendulum is a classical harmonic oscillator. Okay, this is a classical harmonic. In the context of classical harmonic oscillator, we know the potential of a harmonic oscillator is given as half kx square. This is the right thing, I think. Kx square. From where half kx square comes? As we know that f is proportional to x. That a if you give some force from this side, there will be a displacement. And how much the force will be? The displacement will be, the amplitude will be proportional. Okay, this is the relation between them. In this case we used to write this as f is proportional to minus kx. Okay, I think this is clear to you. It's clear to you. From that we know how to draw the equation of potential from force to potential. What is the relation between potential and force? V is equals to minus f dx in one dimensional case, and in case of three dimensional case you can take it as a f dot dr in the place of f dot dr, sorry, in the place of f dx. Okay, in three dimensional cases or two dimensional cases there will be two terms. Okay, what is f here? F is equals to minus kx. Okay, then putting minus kx here, this minus this minus and this minus will become plus. Okay, kx dx. This means we can say k here and integration of x dx. This means what will be the one second. In solving the integration we get half x square. Exclude the constant term. Okay, exclude the constant term. I am just writing it for a general approximation method. Okay, let's take. Therefore this is the potential, this is harmonic oscillator potential. V is equals to half kx square, where k is what? Where k is what? K is equals to omega square m, or m omega square, because omega is equals to root over k by m. From this you can draw k. Okay, put k here, put k in place of potential, m omega square x square. Okay, this is the potential we required, this is the required potential. Okay, in case of harmonic oscillator, V is equals to half times m omega square x square. Sorry, this is x square. This is the required potential. This is a potential. If you plot this potential, let me plot. Sorry. If you plot this potential, then what you will get? This is a equation of parabola. This is a equation of parabola. Okay. how a parabola looks like? Parabola is like this. Okay, and we can write v is equals to half m omega square. Let me draw the graph. And v is a function of x here because other things are constant. V is equals to half m omega square x square. If we take v minus x, then what will be here? Half m omega square minus x square. This means half m omega square x square. You can see this is the Vx. This is the Vx, as similar as the Vx, because Vx was half m omega square x square. Okay, this means we can write V of x. Therefore, V of minus x becomes V of x. This is a symmetric. This is called symmetric potential. This is symmetric. If it was asymmetric, then there will come a minus sign. Okay, there is no minus sign. Okay, this is symmetric. Symmetric about this axis. Okay, you can plot it like this: x and minus x. Okay, and now you can draw that what this side will look like this, and this side will look like. Okay, let it make clear. This side will look like this. How this? Why this is like this? Because this is the minus negative x side. This is the positive x side. You can say see this is the positive and negative. And as potential is a even function. This is a even function. This is an even function. What we can see that this side will look like this side. Okay, about this. What is this? This is the Vx axis. Okay, this is the potential. This is a harmonic oscillator potential. How we draw a harmonic oscillator potential. Okay. Now going to the fact that directly we are going to the fact that quantum harmonic oscillator. If you have potential like this, half m omega square x square. This is the potential like this, and you can say the energy term is n plus half h cut omega. This is the quantum harmonic oscillator case. In case of classical harmonic oscillator, you get En is equals to nh nu or nh cut omega. nh cut omega in the case of. So this is the classical. This is classical. And this is quantum. Comparing these two, you can say if I put n equals to 0, then in the classical case, the energy becomes the ground state energy. What will be E0? E0 classical case. What will be this? This will be 0. E0 quantum case. What will be? Half h cut omega. This is the non-zero value of ground state in case of quantum harmonic oscillator. That a quantum harmonic oscillator cannot have a zero value in its ground state, even in its ground state. Okay, this is the ground state case. Okay, now go back to the topic. What we were discussing. Okay, the topic was, if this is the potential, then energy is written as En is equals to n plus half h cut omega. This is the direct formula. Okay, if this is a two-dimensional, this is two-dimensional case. In case of two-dimensional, potential will look like this: half m omega square x square plus half m omega square y square. And from this we can conclude that En will be what? There will be in x plus half h cut omega plus in y plus half h cut omega. Okay, this term gives this term, and the second term gives potential. Second term gives this term. Okay, this is the simple case. In case of three-dimensional case, there will be another term containing nz. Okay, this is called isotropic harmonic oscillator. Isotropic harmonic oscillator. Why it is called isotropic harmonic oscillator? Because here you can see that the potential here, the frequency here is given by omega. Okay, same frequency. Omega is same. Yeah. In case of anisotropic harmonic oscillator, the frequency will change. In case of anisotropic harmonic oscillator, quantum harmonic oscillator, let me write it clear. Okay, anisotropic. In case of anisotropic harmonic oscillator, we can see that this frequency will change. The potential may be written as half m omega half m omega 1 square x square plus half m omega 2 square x square. This is the two dimensional case. Omega 2, this is omega 2 square. Omega 2 square y square. This will be y square. Okay. And in three dimensional case, there will be another term. Okay. I am not writing this because this will be our problem. This will be relevant to our problem. Okay. Now see what was the problem. What is the problem? Okay. The problem was the energy of the first excited quantum state of a particle in two-dimensional potential Vxy is equal to this. Okay, Vxy is equal to this. This means writing down the potential first. Writing down the potential first. What is the given potential? Given in question. Given in question. What is the given potential? Given as half m omega square x square plus 4y square. I think so. This is, let me check it. Okay, fine. This one is the potential, and this is the potential. From this, we can see this is a anisotropic harmonic oscillator case. Anisotropic. Why this is anisotropic? Let me write it carefully. V is equals to half m omega square x square plus the second term will be what? Half m omega square times 4y square. Okay. Half m omega square x square plus half m. You can write it as 2 omega whole square y square. Clearly from this you can see one thing, that the frequencies are different. Okay, these are the frequencies. Here frequency is what? Omega. Here frequency is 2 omega. I have told you that if frequency is different, then you can say this is a anisotropic problem. This is an anisotropic quantum harmonic oscillator problem. In this case, what we can conclude, that this term gives the energy En is what? The same as above. Okay, that nx plus half nx plus half h cut omega. Here frequency is omega because there is frequency omega. Okay, and in this case, what is the energy? Energy will be let me write it, Ex Ey or E1 E2, sorry, or E1 E2. What will be this? Ny plus half h cut. Here frequency is different. What is frequency? 2 omega. Okay, here is frequency 2 omega. Now let us check for ground state. The question was asked for, I think so, the question was asked for first excited state, first excited quantum state. Okay, for ground state we can see from this that nx will be what? Nx will be 0 and ny will be what? Ny will be 0. Therefore the total energy will be what? E is equals to E1 plus E2 at 0, 0. Okay, will be what? Put 0 here, first 0 here, nx in the place of 0. Okay, nx half h cut omega plus from put here another 0, the ny. Okay, what will be there? Half h cut 2 omega. What is the ground state energy here? Half h cut omega plus only h cut omega. Okay, this means 3 by 2 h cut omega. This is the ground state energy. This is the ground state energy. Then what will be the first excited state energy? For first excited state, here you can put nx is equals to 1, ny equals to 0. Why I have not taken nx equals to 0 and ny equals to 1? This is why I have not taken this, because you can see from the energy expression. What was the energy expression? The energy expression was En is equals to E1 plus E2, total energy, E not rightly like this. Okay, fine. If you put N0 and Ny1, okay. Oh, wait, just wait. Okay, this is the energy expression. If I take 0 in the place of this and 1 in the place of this, what will be the total energy? From this we will get half h cut omega, and from this we will get 3 by 2 h cut into 2 omega. This means what will be the total energy? Half h cut omega and 3 h cut omega. This means 4 h cut omega. Total energy will be 4 h cut omega. Okay, let's check with another fact that if we put nx equals to 0, the case we have taken nx equals to 0, this means here will be what? Sorry, nx equals to 1 we have taken. This means here will be what? 3 by 2 h cut omega. Here will be 3 by 2 h cut omega, and if we put 0 here, then here will be an h cut omega term. H cut omega term in the second place. 3 by 2 h cut omega and h cut omega gives us that 5 by 2 h cut omega. Which one is greater? 5 by 2 omega, h cut omega and 4 by 2 h cut omega? Here you can easily see that for nx equals to 0, nx equals to 0, ny equals to 1, the energy is 4 h cut omega, and for nx equals to 1, ny equals to 0, the energy is 5 by 2 h cut omega. What will be the next state? What will be the next state from ground state? Obviously 5 by 2 h cut omega, because this is closer to the ground state energy. This is closer to the ground state energy. Okay, this means we have to take this term as the first excited, and if you calculate the second excited state energy, then you can choose this. Okay. Then what will be the energy for nx equals to 1, ny equals to 0? In this case, the total energy will be what? You need to write down the formula again. Nx half h cut omega plus ny half h cut into 2 omega. Okay. Put nx equals to 1. Nx equals to 1 gives us that 1 plus half h cut omega plus 0 plus half 2 h cut omega. This means what is the first excited state energy? It will be from here I can write it easily, the 3 by 2 h cut omega plus only h cut omega. This means 5 by 2 h cut omega. What is this? This is first excited state energy. Okay, this is first excited state energy. Let me check the option. This is the option D. Okay, this is the option D. Okay, thank you.